You told yourself you'll stop, and yet you did it again. Does that sound familiar? So, in this video, we'll cover the 3-step process to removing the bad habits you have. So, coming from someone who was heavily addicted to his bad habits, like gaming, for example, I used to spend 8 to 12 hours a day just playing games, which is crazy. So I'd come home from school, even when I woke up, I would start playing games, but I would come home from school and straight to the games. Not even a second thinking about anything else but the games. And then I'll fall asleep. And I'll repeat the cycle again and again and again. The deep thing that I needed to understand if I was trying to get rid of this bad habit, I needed to distance myself from these things. I couldn't keep telling myself one more time, I'll do it just these days, I'll do it only once in a while. If I kept telling myself these things, I would just keep going on the wrong path. I would keep doing the things that were wrong, that were sapping the time I could easily use for the right things that could make me better. So I needed to distance myself from these things. And once I distanced myself, I needed to remove association. And what do I mean by that? If I was someone who was struggling with food addiction or desserts, eating too much desserts, whenever I went shopping, wouldn't it be best for me to stay away from desserts or junk food? Remove the association, whether it's going on YouTube for me, gaming. If I saw YouTube videos playing games or random YouTubers, I would want to play games myself. So I needed to remove association. I needed to unsubscribe from these people. I needed to disconnect from these people that were making me go back to my bad habits. The second step I needed to understand, I needed to remove the identity I placed on myself. Simply by playing games constantly, I identified myself as someone who was a gamer. Simply by taking a certain bad action constantly, you identify and associate yourself with something that is bad. So I needed to remove this identity that I was a gamer, that I was this person who constantly played games all the time. And I did that by affirmations, simply by stating that I am a strong or someone who doesn't play games or someone who doesn't do this certain action. I disconnected my identity from being a gamer. And then I eventually believed I wasn't this kind of person to do those bad habits. So I told myself each day, I'm not that kind of person to do this. I'm not that kind of person to actually go after that or do this or do that or do that. And eventually, my beliefs became actions. I started to disconnect from games. And even when I played games, I didn't even feel like playing it because I psychologically believed I wasn't this kind of person to do so. You need to disconnect your identity. Remove this belief that you are this kind of person who has these bad habits. Remove these identities placed on yourself, placed by yourself, because they will not help you get better. And the third thing you need to understand, if you want to remove these bad habits, you need to replace bad habits with good. Instead of doing the bad things that you used to do, replace them with healthy habits. Like, for example, if I struggled with eating too much or junk food, I would make running or walking a habit, something healthy. And then in my mind, if I do that thing constantly, I'll see walking as more valuable as eating food, something that will give me more value rather than eating food, which will make me value walking more than eating food. And I'll do walking more. So simply by exchanging your bad for good, you want to do good more. So replace the bad habits that you have with something healthy, with something better. Because if you do not have something that you have to replace those things, you then fall back to your old ways. You then think to yourself, I have nothing really else to do. I may as well do it. I may as well just do it one time, or I may as well just repeat the ways I was doing before. So you need to replace your bad with good. Have habits that are in place that will help you develop yourself, that will help you focus on the right things, that will keep you on track, keep you going the right direction, rather than falling back to these bad habits that will keep you stuck. Switch bad for good, because the bad won't help you. So focus on the good. This will make you value your time and effort more, because you are focusing on the right direction. So if you find value in videos like this, I'd highly recommend you check out these other videos. Enjoy.